What's up, guys? Iceman here. Welcome to the Diablo Research Institution. I am your host, Professor Iceman. Appreciate you guys coming by. Like the video if you will. Subscribe to the page and hit the bell so you're notified next time I post a video. And blessings to my channel members and my patrons. Links in the description below. So as you can see here, the wolves suck big you know what. Alright? Their damage is complete ass. You see how long it's taken them to kill anything? And here I am, I can go in here and like one shot these guys. You see that? There is such a vast difference in the damage the wolves do compared to the damage that your droid can do, and it's really annoying. And as I've mentioned in my last video, they definitely need to up the damage of the wolves and have their active attack not just be a single target. You see this? So you can do the active attack and they actually can do damage, but that's it. It's just like a quick little nuke spell that is single target, and it's pretty much equivalent to doing one more pulverize or whatever. So it would be great if you could make them go into a frenzy where their attack speed goes up by like 50% or something. They run faster, they attack faster, and it lasts for like 10 or 20 seconds. And in addition to that, make them do like 4 times the damage, because the damage is a complete ass. But nonetheless, in this video, what I wanted to try are the ravens, the boys. Alright, so I'm actually going to get rid of this wolf skill. And I'm going to pump up the ravens, and we'll see what it does. So I need to undo all this stuff here. And go back up here and get rid of the wolves, I think is what I'll do. And give me a tick, and I'm going to respec. So here's the ravens skill. Alright, and Ravens, I was looking forward to it, because I really enjoyed Diablo 2, Project Diablo 2 for that matter. Unfortunately, it's a mod that the fans had to make to actually make the summon druid viable. And what they did is they gave the Ravens a lot more damage, gave them some splash damage, allowed you to summon 3 at once and so forth. But this Raven design is a lot different from what it is in Diablo 2 or Project Diablo 2 for that matter, in that it's not constantly just swarming around you, attacking enemies, functioning similarly to the wolves, for example. What they do is every 5 seconds, one will just swoop out of nowhere, attack an enemy, and fly away. And it happens every 5 seconds. And I'm sure that there is a way to modify this, and I actually already have modified it by equipping this unique ring, which also allowed me to have 3 wolves out at once instead of just 2, which is the base. And even with that, you could see how shitty the damage was. And I'm anticipating perhaps it's going to be similar with the ravens. So let me get rid of these enemies. And then... You kidding me? Okay, have to kill the wall. So I'll kill the wall. And I will learn the Raven skill now. So a 14.17 second cooldown because I have some cooldown reduction on my gear. And the passive action of this spell, meaning it is just continual, with the ring imbuement, giving me an additional one, 4 ravens fly, well actually it's less than 4, let's unlearn all this shit. 2 ravens fly above you and periodically attack your enemies for 48 damage every 5 seconds. And then the active portion, which has a cooldown, has this effect. The target area is swarmed with ravens, dealing 602 damage over 6 seconds. So it's quite a nuke right there. But again, the passive I just wish were better. And I think the active should be changed as well, but it's probably asking for too much at this point. I wish it would almost work something like the Reign of Vengeance skill from Diablo 3, where they just cover an area or follow you. And it's not just that tiny little isolated sector on the screen. I'd rather have them doing less damage, but just attacking shit all over the place. Would make it feel more like a Raven swarm, because right now it's just like it's a little circle on the screen, and it does damage with things within the circle. It should be more organic, but that's fine. So I'm going to max this out. And as you rank it up, the passive damage and the active damage both go up. So I'm going to max it out to 5. Here's some other players on the screen. So let's see how much damage the Raven can do by himself. I need to get out of the way of the enemies. So there it is, attack the spider. Damage was complete ass. Let's see if it does it again. 5 seconds, see that? Let's see if it does it again. How many are flying right now? 2 ravens fly above you and periodically attack your enemies for 48 damage every 5 seconds. And I maxed this shit out. It's rank 5 now. I didn't modify it, but I did max it out. God damn. I guess in the open world, you can't really solo anything. There's too many players on right now. So let's see what the ravens can do to these guys. Takes a long time. I don't know if it's glitched or what, but I mean, it seems like this isn't happening every 5 seconds. Attack this guy. Very shitty damage. So the active is just really bad, unfortunately. And here's the, or the passive is really bad. So here's the active now. Not bad damage. Or I'll take that back. The damage is complete ass as well. It's just odd how the Necromancer has minions that are very, very viable. You could just chill right here and all those things would have been dead, just from chilling. But with the Druid, it's way too far the other way, where the damage is just complete ass. Now let me modify it a little bit. So what you can do is you can get enhanced ravens. You have a 5% increased critical strike chance against enemies for 6 seconds after they are hit by ravens. So that's not going to benefit the raven damage at all. So let's see the other options then. I can choose one of these 2 modifiers now. And these only allow for 1 skill point in total. The skill itself, you can max it out at 5. Ferocious ravens. Enemies inside the swarm of ravens, when it is activated, become vulnerable for 3 seconds. Not really liking the sounds of that. 2 additional ravens periodically attack enemies. So I'm going to learn that one. So that's going to enhance the passive. So now I have 4 ravens that fly above. And that's because I have the ring. Without the ring, it is 3 ravens fly above you. So let's see. With the ring, which was a pain in the ass to find, let's see if they do ass damage at this point, or anything more than that, hopefully. I'm kind of thinking about making the droid, right? I can't showcase it here. There's too many. It is going to be a spiritual journey. Because even still, the droid, from what we've seen in this beta, it's very lacking right now. But maybe there's going to be an endgame elemental build that uses Cataclysm and Hurricane and all that. And Hurricane is actually kind of decent now in the beta. They've doubled the damage. And so I think it's quite viable now. So let's see what these ravens are doing now on their own. So here they are attacking this wall. Looks like they're attacking shit. No. Oh my god. Yeah, oh my god, they're actually, I'm surprised they actually killed something. Holy shit. It's really lacking though. I mean, because again, I can one-click this shit and wipe the whole screen, you know? So, it's too disproportionate. I want to feel like it's actually worth having the skill. You know, like you actually feel like the ravens are doing something. And it just doesn't seem to be the case right now. Now let me try the active. Here's the active. The active is great. But you can only use it every 16 seconds. That's fine still, but the ravens themselves just flying around you, I wish it would feel more like they're your homies. They're worth something. They can peck the shit out of things on their own a little bit. Because they're not really doing that so much. See, here they are now. It can be kind of hard to notice them sometimes. Because they fly on and fly out. Use a spider. Let's see if, come on. You can do it. You can do it. Let's see if you guys can kill one fucking spider. And these are like the lowest HP enemies imaginable. These enemies out in the open world. These aren't elites or champions or anything like that. So yeah, you see how long it takes to kill all those things? When I could have just one-clicked and killed them all. So, there's quite a disparity here. And I think this is bullshit. Maybe there are legendaries and uniques that are going to enhance them, but the problem is they're going to need a vast improvement for it to feel like they're actually helping you outside of the quick little nuke skill that it is. Because if you're using them entirely for that nuke skill, I'm sure there's something else you could be using instead that does more damage, has more AoE, has more benefit to you, that just simply doesn't have the little ravens flying around doing their ass damage. But according to my research thus far, these ravens, they need a buff or something because it's really not worth using. And I was hoping you'd feel a bit more like they're helping you. You know what I'm saying? But let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. Like this video if you will. Subscribe to the page. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace be with you.